These are 12 country songs only those who grew up in the 60s truly remember. Timeless, tender, and unforgettable. Number 12, El Paso by Marty Robbins.
One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the west.
Opening our list is a song that drifted through the early 60s like a desert breeze. Released in late 1959 on Columbia Records, El Paso climbed to number 1 on both the country and pop charts in early 1960, becoming one of Robbins' most defining recordings. Its cinematic storytelling was unmatched for the time. A full cowboy opera packed into just over 4 minutes.
Where the horses were tied.
Behind the scenes, the track was a risk. Its length was far beyond what radio typically allowed. Columbia worried stations wouldn't play it. Instead, America embraced it, and kids growing up in the early 60s memorized every twist of Felina's tale. For many, this song meant cruising small-town roads at dusk or hearing it drift from a neighbor's porch screen door on a warm summer night.
Maybe tomorrow a bullet will find me. Tonight nothing's worse than...
Decades later, El Paso remains a masterpiece of narrative songwriting, a ballad that proved country music could paint entire worlds with nothing but a voice and a guitar. From the dusty trails of El Paso, we move to a gentler doorway into the decade's sound. Number 11, Welcome to My World by Jim Reeves.
Welcome to my world.
Sliding softly into our next spot is Jim Reeves' 1962 classic, released on RCA Victor just 2 years before his tragic plane crash. The song reached the top 5 on the country charts, and its velvet-smooth delivery showed why Reeves became one of the founding voices of the Nashville sound. Here's a bit of unexpected history.
And the door will open.
Reeves recorded the track in just a handful of takes, insisting that perfection came from emotion, not endless retuning. His warm baritone created a sense of comfort that generations still cling to. Listeners in the 60s remember this one playing in living rooms on walnut console stereos, often on Sunday mornings, sunlight spilling across patterned linoleum. It felt like an invitation, gentle, patient, and full of hope.
Welcome to my world.
Though Reeves' life was cut short, Welcome to My World has never faded. The song became synonymous with kindness and sincerity, marking a moment in country music where simplicity carried enormous emotional weight. And from these soft invitations, the decade soon took a lively turn. Number 10, Act Naturally by Buck Owens.
All I gotta do is act naturally.
Coming in with Bakersfield twang and undeniable charm is Buck Owens' 1963 hit, Act Naturally. Recorded on Capitol Records, the song soared to number 1 and introduced millions to the bright, stripped-down sound that would come to define Owens' legacy.
They're gonna put me in the movies.
Its origin story is pure country magic. Songwriter Johnny Russell couldn't get anyone interested in the tune until Owens reluctantly agreed to record it. Within months, it became a chart topper, and later even convinced the Beatles to cover it. Kids who grew up in the 60s remember hearing this one blasting from drive-in speakers while families waited for cartoons to end and westerns to begin. Its toe-tapping beat made even the shyest dancers shift their weight and smile.
I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. I might win.
Decades later, Act Naturally stands as a reminder of the Bakersfield Rebellion, a sound that pushed back against the polished Nashville style and carved a new chapter in country history. And from playful stage lights, we head toward the smoky grit of big city longing. Number 9, Detroit City by Bobby Bare.
Home folks think I'm big in Detroit City.
Our next stop takes us to 1963's Detroit City, a song that echoed the dreams and heartbreak of thousands who left home searching for work. Released on RCA, it climbed to number 6 on the country charts and won a Grammy for Best Country and Western Recording.
I wanna go home. I wanna go.
The story behind it is grounded in real life. Co-writer Mel Tillis drew on the struggles of Southern workers heading north to the auto plants. Bear's weary, soulful voice turned the song into an anthem for homesick listeners everywhere. Those who grew up in the 60s remember hearing this on AM radios late at night, feeling a tug of sadness, even if they were too young to understand why. It was the sound of grown-ups humming along, eyes distant, thinking of home. Today, Detroit City stands tall as one of the great working man laments, a reminder that country music has always been a soundtrack for real lives and honest struggles. From factory lines and city lights, we drift toward a pure burst of feminine strength. Number 8, Once a Day by Connie Smith. Holding down number 8 is Connie Smith's 1964 breakout hit, released on RCA Victor and produced by the great Chet Atkins. Once a Day spent an astonishing 8 weeks at number 1, still the longest run for any female country artist on the country charts. The song almost didn't happen.
When you found somebody new, I thought
Bill Anderson originally wrote it without a specific singer in mind, but after Smith performed it live, Atkins immediately recognized the magic. Within months, the track launched her into stardom. 60s kids remember this one spinning on turntables in homes filled with the smell of Sunday pot roasts and freshly ironed clothes. Its steel guitar cry and Smith's powerful voice cut straight through the heart.
but time has taken all the pains away.
Once a Day has endured as a defining heartbreak anthem, proof that honesty, melody, and raw emotion can outshine any studio gimmick. And just as Smith's voice fades, we step into a more wandering kind of poetry. Number 7, Gentle on My Mind by Glenn Campbell
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind, and everybody here.
Drifting into number 7 is Glenn Campbell's 1967 classic from Capitol Records. Though it never hit number 1, it won 4 Grammy Awards and became one of the most covered songs in country music history. A fun bit of trivia, songwriter John Hartford was inspired after watching Dr. Zhivago and wrote the entire piece in a single evening.
And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and ink stained.
Campbell heard Hartford's demo, felt an instant connection, and recorded his version with members of the Wrecking Crew. Listeners in the 60s remember this song as pure freedom, something you'd hear while riding in the back seat of a station wagon with the windows rolled down, wind whipping past, fields stretching endlessly outside. Over time, Gentle on My Mind has become a symbol of nostalgia itself, a wandering spirit wrapped in melody.
Daddy, you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours.
And as we slide into the top half of our list, the emotions only grow richer. If these classics are stirring up memories, hit that like button and subscribe. We bring these golden era country countdowns every week, keeping the music of your youth alive and shining. Number 6, Make the World Go Away by Eddie Arnold.
Make the world go away.
Taking us deeper into the heart of the decade is Eddie Arnold's 1965 triumph, released on RCA as part of his remarkable comeback. The song reached number 1 on the country charts and crossed over to the pop top 10, showcasing Arnold's timeless appeal.
Do you remember when you loved me?
This track nearly didn't suit Arnold at first. It had been recorded by other artists, but producer Chet Atkins believed Arnold could elevate it. Once Arnold stepped into the studio and softened the delivery, the recording became legendary. Kids in the 60s remember hearing this song in quiet houses after long days.
Make the world go away.
A tune that drifted through screen windows on warm evenings, offering comfort when life felt heavy. Today, Make the World Go Away remains one of the era's most enduring expressions of longing and escape. And from its tender simplicity, we rise into a declaration of resilience. Number 5. Coal Miner's Daughter by Loretta Lynn.
Born to coal miner's daughter.
Kicking off our top 5 is Loretta Lynn's autobiographical 1969 masterpiece, released on Decca Records. The song reached number 1 and became her signature work, telling the story of her childhood in Butcher Hollow, Kentucky. A remarkable detail. Lynn famously wrote the song in a single afternoon, pulling memories straight from her upbringing.
We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made.
Producers worried that the brutally honest lyrics might be too personal. Instead, they helped cement her place as one of country's greatest storytellers. Fans who grew up in the 60s remember how this song felt like a window into another world. A world of hand-me-down dresses, coal soot, and family dinners cooked over small stoves.
From a miller to catalog, money made from selling.
It was real, raw, and relatable. Today, it stands as an American classic and an anthem of working-class pride. And from Lynn's Kentucky hills, we land in the fiery depths of one of country's most iconic anthems. Number 4, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash.
The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Glowing brightly at number 4 is Johnny Cash's 1963 mega hit, released on Columbia Records. The song burned its way to number 1, fueled by mariachi-style horns, a sound almost unheard of in country music at the time.
Makes a fiery ring.
Here's the twist. June Carter wrote the song while wrestling with her growing feelings for Cash, who was still battling addiction. When Cash decided to record it, he insisted on the horn arrangement despite critics calling it too strange for country. Kids in the 60s remember this one blasting from car radios on hot summer afternoons.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down.
The kind of song you felt in your chest before you even knew what love was. Ring of Fire remains a cultural landmark, bold, daring, and unmistakable. And from its flames, we move to a ballad that still floats through hearts today. Number 3, Crazy by Patsy Cline.
I'm crazy for feeling so lonely.
At number 3 stands Patsy Cline's 1961 timeless classic, released on Decca and penned by a then-unknown Willie Nelson. The song reached number 2 and became one of the most played jukebox tracks of the decade. Behind the scenes, Cline recorded the vocals while recovering from a near-fatal car crash.
Where do I let myself worry?
She sang with pain in her ribs but insisted on nailing every bend and phrase. Her performance became one of the most haunting in country history. 60s listeners remember this one echoing through dimly lit diners, accompanied by clinking glasses and quiet conversations. It wrapped the room in velvet sadness.
I'm crazy for trying and
Crazy never left the American music landscape, a song that defines elegance, vulnerability, and emotional truth. And from its soft heartbreak, we move into outlaw grit. Number 2, Mama Tried by Merle Haggard.
How about a little bit of Mama Tried? We'll do it.
Okay.
Settling into the runner-up spot is Merle Haggard's 1968 semi-autobiographical hit, recorded for Capitol Records. It spent 4 weeks at #1 and became an anthem for every kid who ever disappointed their mother, and every mother who loved them anyway.
The one and only rebel child from a family meek and mild.
The backstory is raw. Haggard wrote it after reflecting on his time in San Quentin and the effect it had on his family. The song isn't just catchy, it's confessional. Kids growing up in the 60s remember hearing this song from garage radios while fathers tinkered with engines, the smell of motor oil mixing with Merle's unmistakable voice.
So left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very.
Mama Tried remains a defining work of the Bakersfield sound, and a reminder that redemption and regret often walk hand in hand. And now we arrive at the song that topped them all. #1, Harper Valley PTA by Jeannie C. Riley.
Tell you all a story about a Harper Valley widowed wife.
Claiming the top spot is the fiery, fearless 1968 sensation released on Plantation Records. Harper Valley PTA rocketed to #1 on both the country and pop charts, making Riley the first woman to achieve the feat with the same song.
Well, it happened that the PTA was gonna meet that very afternoon.
The inspiration came from songwriter Tom T. Hall, who based the story loosely on people from his own hometown. The song's bold confrontation of hypocrisy sparked debate, laughter, and even school board arguments across the nation. Those who grew up in the 60s remember this song as a moment.
Whitty Jones be told to keep her window shades off or completely down.
A chorus that hit like fireworks, mothers tapping their feet while cooking supper, teenagers smirking at the rebellious punchline. More than 50 years later, Harper Valley PTA stands as a testament to wit, courage, and unforgettable storytelling. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 12 songs only those who lived through the 1960s truly remember, each one carrying the echo of a decade filled with change, spirit, and heart. These tracks weren't just hits. They were the soundtrack to childhood summers, family car rides, and long-ago nights lit by jukebox glow. Thank you for revisiting the past with us today. Don't miss our next video. 12 country songs only those who grew up in 1950s remember, where a new decade brings new legends and unforgettable stories. Until then, keep the music close.